Hey everybody, it's just me. Welcome to week 13. If you can believe it, we are winding down and almost a fall break, and then we'll come back and have 1 week, and then it is finals week here on campus. So it is a busy, busy time. One thing I wanted to discuss with you is this week we'll be talking about curriculum. Curriculum in the past has been very secular in nature. If you know anything about the history of curriculum in the United States, you've done a little bit of history with regard to how education has worked in the past and the history of education. But with regard to curriculum, you can go back to the 60s when we started the space race, and we were in huge competition with the European market on getting the first man on the moon. So, of course, education followed, and the next thing you know, we start valuing math and science within the curriculum in the K through 12 environment. Secondarily, if you get into the Reagan administration, we had something called Back to the Basics. Again, we looked at things like math, science, reading to compete with the national markets. And if you can imagine it again, we're looking at something called the Common Core, which does the very, very same thing. We're looking at the Back to the Basics, looking at math and English language arts. Science hasn't quite been integrated. They're kind of doing their own thing, especially in the state of Kansas, but that is what the Common Core is directed towards, kind of the back to the basics. The one thing that I wanted to let you know is I'm going to post a video that will tell you a little bit about how the Common Core kind of views education and sees the fault and maybe how it's gone, and then maybe where it's going with the Common Core. There is a lot of people that don't care for the Common Core. There's a lot of people who see its value but see that it needs a little bit of modification, and other people that absolutely love it. I'm probably a proponent of I like it, but it probably does need a little bit of adjustment based on each state's needs. And that's why I'm excited to say that although Kansas has opted in for the Common Core, we have decided to develop our own state standards. If you do a little bit of research, about a year ago, 48 of the 50 plus 2 United States decided to stick with the Common Core. I believe we're down to about 34 now. So those people are going to do their own thing, take the Common Core spin-off. States like Texas are doing completely their own thing, which isn't necessarily new for that state. So anyway, I ask you to dive in, see kind of where we've been historically in nature, form your own opinions, find some outside information with regard to the Common Core, and kind of see what you like, what you don't like. Post your opinions if you have examples of how it's been used. For example, my daughter is a 7th grader this year, and she's been doing Common Core math since she was in 4th grade. So her school started prepping very early. Her previous elementary school also has a person that comes in weekly on Monday evenings and helps teachers adapt all of their current lesson plans maybe. So they're Common Core related. So it's very, very interesting to see what schools are doing to adapt. Most of them don't have traditional textbooks because they're not on the textbook loop per se, ready for textbooks necessarily in their classrooms, but they develop a lot of extra booklets and things like that for teachers to help them adjust their current lessons to the Common Core. So anyway, anything you find is greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and a fabulous Monday. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.